Up at 7:01.
Good evening and welcome to Loving Realms. My name is Reverend Dawn Moses. Ooh, that was exciting.
Woohoo!
We are very excited to start this journey with each and every one of you. The first song for this evening is Ain't No Stopping Us Now by McFadden and Whitehead. Spirit, we are thankful for the freedoms we have to be able to choose our own beliefs, to think our own thoughts, to be able to feel how we feel, to find our own truth, to love everyone and anyone, and to do what we want, to have our own view of reality, to create each day as our own, to explore our potential, to follow the flow of life or be the flow of life, to be happy as much as we want to be, to dream and pursue that dream, to have whatever values matter to each of us, to live each moment as fully as possible, to seek higher consciousness in our own way, to find our own individual path and do our own thing, to be able to overcome any challenges on our path, just to name a few of the freedoms we have living this human life. We give so much gratitude to have the freedoms to live our life as we choose. Amen. We had a set of principles which we believe, when followed, will provide you with a very good life. Please join us in reading these principles, which we will put on the screen. Miss Bailey will be reading our principles.
We believe in energy greater than us. We believe our soul never dies. We believe we can communicate to the spirit world. We believe this is proven through evidential mediumship. We believe in the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. We believe we make our unhappiness in how we live. We believe that the doorway to reformation is never closed against any souls here or hereafter.
Good job.
Bailey. This brings us to our spiritual healing meditation. Spiritual healing is a gift possessed by everyone, which can be developed through study and good intent. This form of mediumship is exercised by and through the direction and influence of spiritual beings for the relief, cure, and healing of both mental and physical diseases of mankind. Please take this time to embrace this opportunity for quiet meditation and allow the natural healing vibration possessed by all to go into the world. Hold those close to you in your hearts, both pets and loved ones, in need of healing, and we all will assist the natural phenomena of spiritual healing to all that are in need. If you would like to send anyone healing during this time, type the name of the person or people you would like healing sent to, first names only. Please recite with us the healer's prayer, and we will also put this on the screen. I ask the source of healing to remove
Remove
all obstructions
all obstruction
from
from my
my body
body.
and mind and to restore me to perfect health. I ask this in all sincerity and honesty. I am committed to doing my part. I ask the source of healing to help present and absent ones who are in need of healing and to restore them to perfect health. I put my trust in the love and power of spirit. Amen. Welcome back. The second song for tonight is Brave by the Glee cast.
You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or be the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up, and nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do when they settle beneath your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, fallen for the fear and done some disappearing, bowed down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Innocence, your history of silence won't do you any good. Did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Oh, just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave.
Our speaker for today is Tiffany Lander. She is the president of Loving Realms. She is a mother, a daughter, a wife, and somebody I'm beyond proud of and honored to call her my daughter. Tiffany, I leave it over to you.
I'm a niece too. We'll put that in there.
I didn't hear you.
I said I'm a niece too. Let's put that in there.
Oh, she's
And a friend.
She's a friend. The most caring person I know.
Like that.
And a
Today, Yes, and a sister. So today I want to talk about freedom, and with this, I want to put it in my own words and how I am living my freedom now, thanks to Living Realms. So I believe when we are born, we are all blank canvases. When we are young, we don't feel things such as embarrassment or judgment. So we do as we please with our canvas. Every mark, no matter how big or how small, we are proud of our work. As we grow, we begin to make a shell around ourselves to conform to society and shove our true selves deep within. But what good does that do for us? Yeah, we all came from the same root, but all of our leaves are different. So why should we all be the same? We should all show our individuality to the world and not hide in the shadows. Here at Loving Realms, our goal is freedom, our faith our way, within our own rules, and with no boundaries. Freedom is something humans are always fighting for. It's ironic since we create our own reality, our own happiness, that we unknowingly place each link on our own chains. It's time we break away from the limitations that we give ourselves. Most of us are very aware of what it looks like and feels like to be emotionally or physically oppressed in humanity, whether it's spiritually, as in fear, stress, rejection, guilt, or bitterness, or physically, as in diseases or disorders. But what does true spiritual freedom look like? God provides us truth that helps us overcome oppression in our lives and leads us into spiritual freedom as overcomers. What does it mean to be spiritually free when life is an emotional roller coaster? Am I free when I'm able to tamp down any emotions that disrupt the flow of my work or relationships? Am I free when I have permission to express any and all emotions? Am I free if I don't experience any emotion to any extreme degree, but keep things more tempered and even? Am I free when I experience most positive emotions, such as bliss or peace, rather than negative ones, such as anger or anxiety? What do emotions have to do with our spiritual freedom? Or do they have anything to do with it at all? When developing our freedom, we should try spiritual exercises, be open to our emotions, and to learn how to attend to them and understand what they mean with our own experiences of spiritual awakening, introducing us to a deep awareness into the interior life with all of its facets and nuances. The spiritual exercises encourage full engagement with the physical senses, with the spiritual devotions, with what we generally call intuition, with deep down desires, and with any interior movements, including emotions. Interior freedom, spiritual freedom, requires the kind of engagement that is the focus of his spiritual exercises. Freedom asks that we learn how to discern our personal interior movements of our soul. If we want to be truly free, we will have to acknowledge our emotions, receive them, feel them, and reflect on them. Emotions are powerful tools in the spiritual life that are indicators of what is happening within us. And if we learn to accept them as gifts in the human experience, we can begin to work with them in spiritual, healthy ways. Being true to ourselves is a lifelong practice that requires commitment and recommitment, movement to movement, as you grow and evolve. The answer to what is true for you always exists at the core of who you are. If you give yourself the space and time to listen when you are being true to yourself, you are completely honest with what you feel, deeply value, and desire. It also means communicating with your feelings wholeheartedly, both with yourself and others, allowing your truth to flow through you and into the world. To know your truth fully and express it authentically, you first need to cultivate a deep and trusting relationship with yourself. Ultimately, this begins with awareness of your thoughts, as well as awareness of your whole body experience and how you interact with the world each day. You can expand your awareness and strengthen the communication with yourself through introspective practices such as meditation, yoga, and journal writing. These practices help you become more present and establish reference points to identify who you are or who you are not. Living in alignment with the deeper aspects of yourself. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to self correct when you are out of alignment. Understanding when you're out of alignment or in alignment may often be based on an intuitive feeling rather than a thought. Feelings of openness, expressions, inner joy, and freedom are good signs that you are on the right path. Conservatively, if you are not being true to yourself, it may show up through your feelings and through concentration and tension, uneasiness, disconnection, resignation, emptiness, discontentment, or lack of fulfillment. By learning to pay attention to your deeper senses and feelings, and by cultivating greater awarenesses in your life, you can establish a strong connection to yourself and feel confident in knowing what is deeply true for you. But what is true also yearns to be expressed. So it is up to each of us to be courageous in bringing forth our truth, expressing it fully and authentically in the world. The Dalai Lama said, happiness is not something ready made, it comes from your own actions. Happiness is acceptance. Accept you for who you are. Accept that there are things that are beyond your control. Accept the things you cannot change. I cannot stress enough on the importance of making oneself happy because you are your own happiness. When you leave your happiness in someone else's hands, you'll end up being dependent on them. And when they leave you, you will become empty inside. For instance, the purpose of having a better half is so that you can share your happiness with them. You're not supposed to depend on them solely to be the ones who make you happy. Instead of looking for happiness elsewhere, why don't we all start to look for happiness within ourselves? Happiness is a choice. You have the ability to control your own emotions. You get to decide if you want to stay sour or despondent forever or not. Do not let anything or anyone rob you from your own happiness. Drop the negative people and drama in your life. Choose to do more activities that will bring you joy for as long as they are not detrimental to your body and soul. Happiness means to be contented in life and to never take anything for granted. It's important to not only appreciate your possessions, but also the things that you do not have. That's because the things you don't own could actually be beneficial to you. It's not wrong to have dreams and aspirations in life, but don't yearn for more than what you can handle. Do not wait for calamity to strike before you learn to be grateful. And remember to tell your loved ones how much they mean to you. It might be the last time you ever see them, but always remember that just because you can't see them, it doesn't mean that they're not there. Enjoy the humanly experiences, but don't take anything for granted. The spirit world is just as fine as here, except without the limitations or the unhappiness we have. The next time you want to look for happiness, take a look at yourself in the mirror, and that reflection is the one who is responsible for your happiness. Thank you for allowing me to speak today.
Thank you, Tiffany. Our announcements for today are our next thought exchange is actually tomorrow at 7 p.m. The link for that is on our Loving Realms Facebook page. The topic is, how do we know what path is right for us? A new book club is coming up as well, and it's on the book Your Soul's Gift. Keep an eye out on our Facebook page for the days and for the link for that. Free tarot / oracle card readings will be live on Facebook at 8 p.m. every Friday on the Facebook page TSCH, formerly known as Cracking the Spiritual Code. If you go to the Spiritual Coffee House website for further information on what I'm about ready to say, mediumship classes will begin February. Randy, I lost it. February 5th.
Yes.
That's a 25-week course, and that's $20 a class. Tarot classes starts on February 7th. That's also a 25-week course, and that's also $20 a class. Would you like to see amazing speakers and mediums every week? Although we are an online service, we do have expenses with technology and bringing in amazing speakers and mediums. Whatever you can donate would be greatly appreciated with keeping Loving Realms moving forward. I have put the link to our PayPal account into the chat box. On behalf of Loving Realms, I thank you for your donations. We accept these gifts of love that will help us in continuing the growth of Loving Realms. We ask your blessings upon the gift and these cheerful givers who seek to assist us in keeping Loving Realms as a lighthouse for the seeker of truth. With love and gratitude, we give thanks. Amen. Our next song tonight is Freedom by Pharrell Williams.
Free.
Mediums are people who can hear, see, and sense the vibrational presence of those living in the spirit world. As mediums, we are able to receive information, names, events, and objects in order to prove the continuity of life. The mediums are endlessly working to better tune themselves to be of service to spirit. At this time, our mediums will be delivering only spirit greetings. A spirit greeting is a short message relaying identifiable information and a brief greeting from spirit. Our medium serving today is Reverend Tammy.
Mulberry Ferraro.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Let us stand at the doorway between the two worlds to receive messages that are uplifting, evidential, and truthful. Let love energy be felt by those reached, so they may know that life is eternal. Amen. I'm gonna leave that over with you, Tammy.
You're still screen sharing. There you are.
Realize that. Sorry.
Let's see where I am here. I can't get my full screen up here for some. Huh. Dawn, all I see is your big screen there. Is there
I just changed it. Is it working now?
no. I can only see 6 people. Like when I put it on full screen, normally I can see everybody, but I can't right now.
Okay, let me. What about now?
Let me see. No.
Tammy, would it help you if I give you names?
Maybe
Maybe
actually,
that'll.
I'd rather see their faces, but that's all right. I kind of remember who's in here, but I would rather see their face. Let me see. Okay, yay. Okay, now it works.
Now it works. Okay.
I just turned on my video, so never mind my
All right.
multitasking shirt here.
Bud, may I come to you with a message, please?
Of course.
But I see a very tall, strong, I want to say indigenous man standing behind you. He's saying that you're now coming into your spiritual gifts and that you're honoring the ancestors by the things that you're coming into, the unfolding that's taking place for you. Know that they are standing hand in hand with you from the other side and guiding you. They're asking me to tell you to get in touch with them within yourself. Okay, the memories, the DNA even of these ancestors in your past. They're coming through. They said there's many ways to get to the place that you want to get to and to experience them all and find out what works best for you. They're showing you all the love and support from the other side. I see beams of sunshine coming down and igniting your whole body. Okay, this is empowering you. I'm getting what I call God bumps all over my body, and it's what other people call goosebumps. Okay, so I want you to know that this is a truly spiritual message from these loved ones, and I'm going to leave that with you. And many, many thanks for the journey that you're taking at this time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Kathy, may I come to you, please? Kathy Swim. Kathy, I see a gentleman on the other side. He also has the beautiful same color hair as what you have. Okay. And he's quite the character. He's the fella that would be the life of the party and make sure that everybody was having a good time. I don't know if you can totally relate to this person, but he's a very happy-go-lucky kind of person and didn't let too many things get him down. Okay, he's saying there's wonderful things coming up for you. I know that you just got back from a trip not too long ago, but I think that there's something coming up this year that's going to be a trip in itself, but let me say that it's for this journey that you're embarking on, this opening up and this feeling that you make a difference in this world. Okay, if it's coming into your power, is what I want to say. And he's saying to do it with all the fun and the enthusiasm that he had in life, and that actually I see him lifting a mug, okay, and like putting cheers to it. Okay, so he might have been a man that liked to imbibe in the mug, and he's got this great personality. He's also saying that he's with another woman on the other side that was very dear to him, and I see him hugging her with one arm, like his partner. So I'd like to leave you with that in light and love, and look forward to this adventure that's coming up for you.
Thank you.
Sure. Michelle, may I come to you, please? Okay.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you joined us. It's been
Me
a while
too.
since I've seen you. I have a person with books. Okay, this is like either a teacher or somebody that really absorbed themselves into books. And I feel that I want to say that this is a woman, and that she felt that this was her kind of like escape. Okay, that she was very knowledgeable and that she got a lot of knowledge through these books, but she also liked to read the books that would make her feel like they drifted her off to a wonderful place, right? So it was more or less her escape, as well as for knowledge, that she enjoyed these books. I see also that you may enjoy a good book for the same reason, for the reason that you feel like it's outside of yourself and you can just kind of forget all the worldly, oh, may I say crap that's like on the TV and surrounding us with the COVID and all this other stuff, that it's a wonderful way for you to escape and to also expand your mindset and the possibilities that you have. I believe that you're a very strong woman, and I know your daughter, and she's just amazing. And I know that the gifts that your daughter has came from somewhere. And I know that to a certain extent that you've allowed some of those things to be acknowledged within yourself. And I see that through the books and the learning and being that open soul that you are, that all these good things are going to come to you. And it is perfectly all right for you just to escape from this world and the problems that it has at this time. And go inside, like Tiffany said with the lesson today. Let yourself be yourself. Let yourself feel the emotions. Let yourself heal from these emotions that may be saddening you at times. And that you have the ability, we all have the ability to make our own happiness. And I know that you do that, but also I see that you overly try and do that for other people too. Okay. To the point where maybe it's too much sometimes on you. And I leave you with love and light with that, because I used to be one of those people that always wanted to please everybody else to make them happy, because we get a joy out of it, but it can be very draining at times. So I'm asking you just to step back a little bit and to take time for yourself and get in touch with the inner you and exactly live out what drives you, what makes you happy and brings you joy. Focus more on that. Okay. And the people will be happy around you when you're very happy with yourself. Right.
Thank you.
Sure. Let's see. John, may I come to you?
Of course you may.
Thank you. John, I see this spirit standing behind you, and it is nothing but glowing, okay? But I don't feel that this is a loved one on the other side. I feel that this is a spiritual guidance, a spiritual guide that's there for you. The work that you're doing is phenomenal. The work that you're going to continue to do is phenomenal. Don't question yourself at all, okay? The people that need this and receive this and flourish from it is because they want to, okay? That we're the facilitators in healings and things like that, but it's up to the person that we're sitting with to take on that energy. I believe that there's going to become a teaching factor on your spiritual path, okay? That you're not only going to take it as far as what the practice teaches you, but you're also going to be teaching others this practice, okay? Because it's something that is very deep in your heart and soul. And this guide behind you is saying definitely yes. And I don't know if sometimes you get like, you may just be sitting in your own house and all of a sudden just kind of see this misty kind of something. This is what I see as the spirit that stands behind you. And the spirit doesn't leave you, but there is times that it'll let you know that it's there by, like I say, seeing this light or this aura or some kind of mist in your midst, MIDST. And yeah, so I'm saying have a safe travels on your trip, that all this work that you're doing is doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And you have, whether you wanted or not, this teaching thing that'll be coming up from this. And I see you doing marvelous and fantastic things with it. And thank you for all the healings that you do for this world. I love you.
I love you too. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, hon. Sherry, my dear, my glorious dear, be brave. Thank you. Thank you for all your support too. I want to say that, you know what? I know that to me, you question yourself, okay? But when I look at you, I see somebody that is a freaking fighter, okay? The person that goes out there and stands for exactly what she believes in, that she will not take guff, okay? I know there's been a lot of it in the backstory, all right? But in order for you to be the best person that you can be in this world for your children, grandma's coming. Grandma is here. Grandma says, I've got you 100%. I am always there for you. No matter what you say, whether you think that the words that fly out of your mouth after you can't contain them any longer, okay, it may come back to you as, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Well, she's saying, yes, you should say that, because the person that you said that to needed to hear what you had to say. The words that come from your heart are the words that people need to hear, whether
Okay.
they want to hear them or not. Your children, they look up to you like a saint, okay? Whether they, let you know that or not, they respect you with all their hearts. And grandma is saying that that comes from good stock. She's taken part of that, okay? In order for you to be the respectful person she taught you, and you're passing that on to your children. And it's only going to make the way better for them. Also, she's reminding me, though, that there's times that the children have to find out the hard way. The words that come out of our mouth, we can only leave them with them and bless them when they walk out the door. But sometimes they need to learn things the hard way. But it's okay, because she says that she's got this light of protection around you, and she's also got this light of protection around the kids. And I'd like to leave you with that in light and love.
Thanks,
Thank
Tammy.
you. You're welcome. Let's see. Jeff,
Oh, hi.
hi. How are you?
Good, and you?
Fine, thank you. Jeff, I'd like to say that there's a thinner man. I don't know if he was thinner all his life, but I feel towards the end of his life, he was thinner. I feel that he's an older man. I feel that he lived a good while. I feel that he may be in his late 70s, early 80s even. And he's saying that there's times lately that you've had this like push me, pull me kind of thing going on in your brain, as far as what you want to do, where you want to go, if it's right, if it's not right, all these questions. What I'm hearing is take the risk. There's no reward if we don't take the risk. We may fail, but we learn things by our failures, and we move forward, and we progress further in our life, and everything comes out wonderful in the end. And we say, wow, I wonder why I put myself through all this. Should I, would I, could I? Oh, I don't know, all this stuff. Say, leap, take the step, ask spirit to be behind you, ask your guides, your guardians. We have all these people on the other side that we can call on to help us do exactly what we want to do. We manifest our thoughts and what we affirm for ourselves. So don't put the doubt out there, put the positive affirmation out there. And I see that everything is just going to start to fall in place then, because you're putting your foot in the direction that you'd like to have come forth for you. And I'd like to leave that with you with love and light.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
Sure. And I think I will leave it with that. Thank you, Dawn.
Excuse me, Dawn, I know that tonight's Tammy's night, but I have somebody coming through. Can I please deliver a message?
Yes.
Bud, young man,
Yes.
I have had a woman stepping forward that there was a very strong impact. I hear a loud noise. I am going to say I believe this was a gunshot wound that took her. Very loving woman, very well liked. I feel she's saying mother. She's saying mother. She's telling me, well, this was very tragic. It was her time. And that she did not want to leave when she did, because I feel that you were very young. You were still way too young. But she says that you've done very well. She walks with you. I feel like crying. She walks with you. She's extremely proud of you. And she is holding your hand on this journey. And she's telling me to tell you to embrace it and to keep walking on this journey. This is the path that you are supposed to be on, and that you're going to go on and do very, very great things. And with that, she's stepping back and she is giving me this huge rainbow with red hearts falling from it. And I'm going to leave that with you with love and light, honey.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
Thank you, Tammy, and thank you, Randy. Our last song for the evening is Different by Micah Tyler. As we close this evening service, we would like to give many thanks for the blessings we have, to give thanks for the words of wisdom from the speaker. May we each have learned from her words, and for the messages from our mediums. How grateful we are for the freedoms we have. Free to be who we are, to be able to soar our highest expression, to be able to live with a sense of peace and empowerment. The freedom to choose the path of joy, free to create our own life. How we are able to choose our spiritual path and the freedom to live our own lives on our own terms. With light and love, amen. Thank you for coming to Loving Realm's virtual service this evening. We hope to see you all next week. And it's every Wednesday at 7 p.m., same link, every week, and invite your friends and family.
Hey, good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you all so much.
Thank you.
Good night,
Have a
Thanks for
good
everybody.
allowing me
Thank
to-
you, thank you,
to
thank
serve.
you.
Oh, you.
Beautiful.
Stay on for a minute, bud.
Oh, I am.
I don't know
Gary,
how
what'd
to
you
sign
think?
out.
I actually have more to tell you, bud. So yes, stay on.
Down in the bottom right-hand corner, Sherry, there's a little leave, red little square.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you for
Bye.
coming, and I'll see you Sunday. Love you.
Okay. Love you too.
You like making everyone cry, Randy?
What's that?
You like making everyone cry?
No.
Yeah.
She tells me you were her little boy. And she's told me that she has given several signs to you of her presence. I feel she was right, probably about 5'6", 5'5", 5'6"-ish. Because I'm feeling like she's shorter than I am, but not, I'm 5'9". But I don't feel like she was like 6 inches shorter. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's doing well. I've been having severe trouble breathing. She told me she knew what was happening, but that, you know, she resolved herself to, it was her time. And when she got to the other side, she was made aware that it was her time to leave. Okay. She is walking alongside of you all the time. And she says there are times when you think about it that you will feel her energy on your back because she's standing behind you. And she says that you honor her all the time, that you've never forgotten her. And she appreciates that. So I'm going to leave that with you with love and light. All right.
Good job, Tiff.
Thank you.
Now that we're all crying,